morning, ladies and gents. Thank you for tuning in. On today's topic, we are about to unveil some of the ways that you can protect yourself and your loved ones while commuting in your car from this outrageous outbreak. We are also going to talk about how much impact coronavirus has had so far in the automotive industry. So what is coronavirus? To my surprise, coronavirus is not just one virus. There is actually different types of viruses that can cause respiratory and sometimes gastrointestinal symptoms. Respiratory disease can range from a common cold to pneumonia, yet in most people, symptoms tend to be mild. However, there are some types of coronaviruses that can cause severe disease, which can include severe acute respiratory syndrome coronavirus reported in China in 2003, Middle East respiratory syndrome coronavirus reported in 2012 in Saudi Arabia, and now the 2020 novel coronavirus reported on December 2019 in China in the city of Wuhan. It is believed that this virus initially occurred in a group of people associated with seafood and live animal market in the city of Wuhan, by either having close contact to the infected animal or by eating the infected animal itself. From there, the disease spread to the family members and healthcare personnel. And as we all know, there are many cases in different countries, now including the United States. Now, how is it that the coronavirus spreads? It is believed that this virus spreads from person to person, mainly through the droplets of a sick person, meaning by the liquid that is expelled from the person when they sneeze. Some of the symptoms include fever, coughing, shortness of breath, and breathing difficulties. So how can this virus impact the automotive industry? Well, in case you didn't know, China makes more cars than any other country in the world, and it is also the world's biggest market. Well-known companies such as Volkswagen, Toyota, Daimler, General Motors, Renault, Honda, and Hyundai are among the global car makers who have invested heavily in China, forming partnerships with local companies and building massive factories. Many of these factories have been ordered to shut down until further notice by the Chinese government. And as of this moment, close to 60 million people are still living under lockdown in China, keeping huge numbers of potential shoppers at home. In the city of Wuhan, the city where the first coronavirus case was reported, just happens to be an automotive hub as well. Companies such as General Motors, Nissan, Renault, Honda, Peugeot all have large companies in Wuhan. German engineering firm Bosch, which is the world's largest auto component manufacturer, has dozens of plants in China, including 2 in Wuhan. China is the global manufacturing base of electric motors, transmissions, and other components of electrical cars. Tesla, which sources parts from multiple companies in China, has already said that production will be delayed at its new factory in Shanghai. The longer the crisis drags on, the greater the chance that the global auto supply chains will be damaged. Now, Chinese government is taking extreme and severe measurements in order to correct this matter and to give an end to this epidemic. So how can we protect ourselves and stop this virus from spreading? Well, we could start by applying some standard protective measures stated by the Center of Disease Control and Prevention, which are: avoid contact with people that may appear to be sick. Make sure to cover your cough or sneeze with a tissue and throw it away in the trash. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. Clean and disinfect surfaces and objects that you touch frequently. If you're feeling sick, stay at home, except when seeking medical care. And most importantly, wash your hands oftenly with soap and water. Now, how can we protect ourselves while commuting in our cars? Well, we could start by some disinfecting wipes. They are known to kill cold and flu viruses. You could also have a more organic product such as this one, disinfecting multi-surface cleaner, which is a spray that it says that it kills 99.99% of germs botanically. It also says that it kills cold and flu viruses. Let's start by wiping some surfaces. Let's start by wiping your outer door handle, your inside door handle, your steering wheel. Wipe some of this as well. Wipe your shift knob. Don't forget to wipe your radio controls and your AC controls. Wipe any additional buttons that you may be touching, as well as your mirror. Make sure that you wipe every single surface that you could think of and that you come in constant contact. That way you can make sure that all your car is fully sanitized and we could start from a clean slate. One of the great things that you could do in your engine bay for having a cleaner air has to do with your cabin air filter. Obviously, you want to have a clean cabin air filter. That way it could filtrate all the pollutants and dust that are out there. One additional thing that you could do is use something like this, some Lysol. Make sure that you grab the right one, since I grabbed the foaming, and what you need is the spray. That way you don't have foam all over your stuff over here. So once you spray it on, you take out your cabin air filter, spray it in there. It's gonna kill any type of pollutants, bacteria, and any type of germs that may be on your duct system. And you could also spray them in your cabin air filter itself. That way you will have everything clean. This tip would also work if you happen to be allergic. You would also have all the duct cleaning just like you do in your home. That's what you pay in your house to get your duct cleaning, but nobody ever thinks about doing that in your car. So use this and it will work wonders. As an additional tip, you could also spray some air freshener to have your air smelling clean. One cool feature that is often overlooked, it is your automatic recirculating air control unit, or button if you may call. You can respond to unpleasant odors and pollutants immediately by temporarily suspending the supply of air from the outside. So when this button is off, the air from the outside actually flows in continuously. When you press it on and you have a LED on the left, that means that a sensor detects pollutants on the outside air and controls the shut off automatically. When the LED is on the right, the supply of outside air is temporarily shut off. On other applications, you may only have an on and off. This really comes in handy when you have bad smell on the outside. You could actually turn it on so all that junk doesn't go in the inside. And this concludes our video for today. If you like the content of this video, make sure you give it a thumbs up. And most importantly, don't panic, protect yourself, prevent spreading, and always keep yourself informed. See you on the next.